Today, we are making sumac lemonade. If you live in a more northern climate where lemon trees don't grow naturally, and you're looking for a lemony drink that's refreshing during the hot and humid summer months, sumac lemonade is the perfect beverage for you. Staghorn sumac is common all throughout New England and Canada, and can even be found growing as far south as Georgia and as far west as Utah. And when it's in bloom, you can't miss it for the vibrant red berries that grow on its lush green canopy. In my opinion, Staghorn sumac is how you bring that tropical feeling to Maine. So let me show you how and when to harvest sumac berries. So we're out in the backyard, and this is where we have our 4-year-old sumac trees. So usually sumacs take about 3 to 4 years before you get the first blossoms. We got some blossoms last year, but there just weren't many and they weren't high quality. This year, fortunately, and hopefully you can see it, maybe if we step out a little bit here, some really nice deep red berries. All of the flavor comes not from the seeds, but from the little hairs that encapsulate the seeds. And if these get rained on, a lot of the flavor leaves the berries. So if you want to have a very potent sumac spice or sumac powder, you're going to want to make sure to harvest these after a few days of dry weather. Fortunately, we've had that, so we're going to harvest these berries today. One thing I do want to say is that while we do have the sumac planted right next to our porch, and we do like it for various reasons, as you can see, it makes a really nice shade cover for an otherwise very sunny and hot area. These trees tend to spread through their roots. You'll see baby sumac coming up everywhere, as well as under our porch, and it can do a lot to any foundations and decks. So if you want to learn more about kind of our experience planting sumac so close to our deck, feel free to watch this video up here. And this is not the same as poison sumac, completely different species. Well, they're all members of the sumac family, but staghorn sumac, the berries are completely safe and edible. Once you are ready to pick your berries, you will need to dry them out. These dense flowers called drupes can take a while to dry out, so you can speed up this process by using your oven, a dehydrator, or even an air fryer on the dehydrate setting. Try to dry out the berries using temperatures between 115 degrees up to 175 degrees. I found that at 150 degrees, it took about 12 hours for the berries to dry enough to fall off the stem. But once your drupes are dry, they do come apart quite easily. What you'll want to do is collect your seeds in a bowl. These drupes were harvested a little early. As you can see, there is still some white hairs left on the seeds. That's totally fine. We will harvest more to make a stronger sumac powder when the berries are further along. These berries, however, will work perfectly for a mild midsummer beverage. To make a yummy sumac aid, I like to add 2 more ingredients, some fresh blueberries and some fresh mint. Luckily for us, the sumac berries are ripening here in Maine around the same time as our blueberries. Staghorn sumac berries are full of medicinal constituents like tannins, anthocyanin, and flavonoids, which all contribute to reducing inflammation and have antioxidant properties. Blueberries are also a high antioxidant food that will add a natural sweetness to our sumac aid. A 2011 study found that consuming sumac berries or the powder are both positively linked to lowering cholesterol, and a 2016 study found that a sumac juice drink consumed after aerobic exercise reduced muscle pain for subjects compared to a placebo group. So that's great signs of its effective anti-inflammatory properties. Mint is great for settling the stomach on an over-hot day, and I love how it makes the cold tea that much more refreshing. We've got mint in abundance this time of year, so we're going to add a generous amount to our sumac aid. Now that we have our ingredients, we are ready to make our summer drink. I've got a mix of peppermint, sweet mint, our sumac berries, and our blueberries. We will add the sumac berries straight to our drink container and chop up the mint and throw that in as well. For the blueberries, we're going to put them in an inch of water and boil until we've drawn out all of that blueberry flavor. If you have a sweet tooth, you can also add a little bit of sugar to your blueberries to make a sweeter syrup. I'm adding some water to cool down the syrup before we add it to the glass jar. Fill the remainder of the jar with warm water and let this sumac-ade process for about 24 hours in the fridge. You can also leave it outside and let it process as a sun tea. I personally like to have it cool, so I'm going to just stick it straight in the fridge. The next day, you will have a cool and refreshing lemony beverage that's perfect for a hot summer day. I'm on the third day of drinking this sumac-ade, and I do find that the longer it's allowed to sit and process, the more lemony the flavor becomes. In the fridge, this should stay fresh for up to a week. Later in the season, sometime in August, we will make a sumac powder, a fun and uniquely flavored culinary spice that goes great with pepper and many other herbs. So make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for more. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great summer, and I will see you in the next video.